Hello. Welcome in. Happy Monday. We are back. Sorry, we're getting comfy. We're back with another demo. I like to find a lot of demos for this time of year. Ugh. Sorry, hold on. Ugh, sorry. Sitting on my blanket kind of weird. Alright. Hi. Happy Monday. We're here with Scarlet Hollow. It's apparently, even the demo is apparently very, very, very long and very in-depth. So we're gonna move myself over here so I can see everything. And we're gonna start. It's the art so far and the music, just listening to it has really enticed me. Hi, Merc. Welcome in. Let's get into here. It's a smidgen smaller. That is okay. There we go, that looks decent. Oh shit? I saw someone talk about this. Ooh! Yeah, I've seen like little bits of the trailer and it looked really, really cool. I like the art so far of it. Sort of like sketchy, almost like comic book style. The music sitting in the intro, I've really, really liked so far. We're gonna turn it down just a smidgen though. For my delicate little ears. I think that's good. Skip toggles. We'll see how that looks in a second. Flashing images off. I don't want to kill you guys. Auto advancing text off. Ugh. Okay. Thank you. Personally, I'm not epileptic or someone that is sensitive to flashing images or lights. However, it does still bother me. It does still hurt my eyes a little bit. And, I don't know. It's, I'm not a fan, so I will turn them off anyway. Okay. Let's get into it, shall we? Your name is Lucy. You live in the city of... Good question. What city do I live in? Nothing too out of the ordinary, just Coltville. You know, it's fine. I am. Does not impact gameplay. She, her, they, them. Oh, that's really nice. She, her. Select 2 traits. Traits unlock additional paths and dialogue options. Ooh. Powerful build, tough as nails, the pinnacle of fitness. An imposing presence that commands the room, a mean right hook. Mystical, strange, and unusual. You see the threads of reality in ways others cannot. I'm liking that. Talk to animals. You can talk to animals. Animals can talk to you. A gift and a curse. Thinking maybe these two so far. Street smart, good at lying and hard to lie to. Fast talker, you can read people and read the room. No door can hold you. Keen eye, observant with a knack for picking up small details. Empathetic. Okay, okay. Book smart, well read and rational, possesses a wealth of esoteric knowledge and know when to use it. A talented researcher. Hot. Extremely good looking, a natural flirt. People just like you, probably because you're a good person. That's really funny. Charming. I do want mystical. I do like that. Yeah, Pepperville. So we're going with mystical. I think I do want to... Oh, I'm between keen eye and talk to animals. Because I am half cat, so it would be natural for me to be able to talk to other cats, as it is depicted in this photo. But I do have sharp eyes. I am quite keen. I'm very observant. I think we're gonna go with keen eye. No, we're not. We're gonna go talk to animals. They'll tell me things I need to know. Oh. You jolt awake as the bus hits a particularly nasty bump. You feel like you'd only just managed to start drifting off, and now here you are, awake again and still exhausted. For a moment, you're hazy on the details of where exactly here is, confusing this bus with the many others that came before it. As your mind continues to reassert its existence in the waking world, the past few days come back into focus. The long-lost cousin, the bad news, the 26 hours of bus rides with countless late-night stops and seedy depots that would have felt unsafe even in the middle of the day. You wouldn't normally find yourself traveling like this, but your cousin bought the tickets. Yeah, 26 is brutal. The funeral of Pearl Ann Scarlet, your cousin's mother and your aunt, seemed like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. Oh, but it was also more than just the social pressure of the invitation that pushed you to accept it. Something has been tugging you back to this place your entire life. There was no choice to be made because you were always going to find your way here. So when your cousin called, you knew what had to be done. And now, the end of your long journey is in sight. You're almost in Scarlet Hollow. So anyway, I was saying... Who the fuck are you? Oh no, he's still here! He's been sitting next to you for the past 5 hours, talking at you without pause. You're not sure he even stopped when he started to doze off. At first you thought he was just being friendly, but that was several hours of one-sided conversation ago. This is in fact human, and I'm trying to see what his shirt says. Not this journal? I was up in Maryland looking for work, but mostly messing around because I was a dumb teen. Me and my buddies were doing our usual prank stuff, you know, pushing joggers into the harbor, that sort of thing. What the fuck? What is your problem, dude? I want to, yeah. With the, like, slamming your fist on the floor pose. What is this shirt? Are you serious? What's wrong with you? Why are you talking to me? I don't wanna interact with this guy. What's wrong with you? Yeah, I was such a shithead back then. I'm still a bit of a shithead, but hey, hoe body's nerfect? Alright. So this girl comes up to us swinging her purse, yelling about how she was gonna call the cops or whatever. It was hilarious. So she actually hit my friend, and he said it hurt a lot, so I guess she really was mad and not just playing. But she kept swinging, and soon enough she lost her balance and fell into the harbor all on her own. We didn't even have to push her. We had a good laugh and fished her out, and her phone got soaked, so she couldn't call the cops on us. We wound up hanging out all day. She kind of became my girlfriend after that. No, she did not. We've been on and off for about a year, so it's pretty serious. No. No, shut up, big man. This poor girl fell into a harbor, you fished her out and said, hee hee, my bad. Don't do that, please. Please, no. Though about 5 months ago, she tried to break it up with me, like, for real, and jeez. You ever get so mad you just want to, like, kill somebody? No, I can confidently say no to that question, personally, but you know? I kind of like I kind of feel like killing someone right now, actually. Why are you telling me this? You don't know me. Yeah, you don't know me. That's the miracle of bus rides. We're never gonna see each other again, so we don't have to hide who we are. This right here is a closer relationship than most people will ever have. I hate this because I know for a fact, I haven't seen anything about this game, mind you. I know for a fact we're gonna run into him later. Absolutely. Oh, who am I kidding? Maybe we will see each other again. Anyways, you're young. You'll get it when somebody tries to break your heart one day. It changes a person, makes them think things they never thought they could. I honestly could have killed that woman. Anyway, she's giving birth to her son right now, so I'm trying to get to Virginia to be there for it. Dude! What is your problem? I don't know if I'm like into that stuff, so I might just wind up on a bus to New York or something instead. I've always wanted to go there. Brother, I will push you out from this bus. I will open one of those windows and shove you through it. Don't be an absent father. What kind of piece of shit are you? Your girlfriend is giving birth right now and you're thinking about ditching her to go have fun in New York after she tried to break up with you and you threatened to kill her? You're a piece of shit and I hope you rot. Harsh words, man. I'm just a human being. Just like you. We're the same. Look, fatherhood is just scary. That's all. Plus her mom is there, so it's not like she's alone. Her mom doesn't like me much, so I'd probably just make things super stressful. She'll understand. She's chill. Anyways, where'd you say you were headed? I didn't. I did not say anything. How am I thinking? I've never been, but I felt like... No, I'm not telling you jack shit. I didn't. No need to be nasty, I was just asking. Not like I'm gonna follow you off the bus or anything. Guys, I think you might follow me off the bus or something. So if you aren't getting off at my stop, then you must be headed to Scarlet Hollow, right? Or the Holler, as they call it in these parts. I hope you have like 7 guns ready. Me too. That's the only other stop until this bus turns around. I ride it pretty often, so I'd know. Almost nobody ever goes up that way. Though, come to think of it, I had a couple of buddies who went up there to work in the mine. There's a coal mine up the holler, you see? And there's always a job listing or two on the boards around here. I never wanted to do that kind of thing myself. I like my lungs the way they are, thanks, but my body's got desperate enough to try it. I haven't heard from them in a while, now that I think about it. I should see if they're on Facebook, see how they're doing up there. Hope they didn't die. He looks back at his phone, for once focused on something other than you. Thank God. Oh, this is me. It's lovely meeting you. Hope you don't get too bored without me around to talk to. Here, I have something for you. No, please, but I insist, please keep it. The stranger rifles through his pack before presenting you with a dripping bag of peanuts. Ew, why is it dripping? Ew. Sir, I don't want your dripping bag of nuts. They're boiled peanuts. I got them at a gas station a few buses back. I noticed you haven't eaten much, so I figured you could use them more than me. No, I would rather starve. You know? Plus, they've dripped all over my bag, so I don't want to carry them anymore. Tip, sometimes picking a dialogue option establishes new facts about who you are. I'm actually... no, thanks. Better end up saying no. Not really hungry. You still have a good 45 minutes left in your journey, pal, assuming nothing is wrong. Best you have them on hand. The young man sets the peanuts down on the empty seat next to him. The juices dribble out through the bottom of the bag into the upholstery, instantly soaking it in peanut brine. Ew! Ew. There's no doubt a tracking device and microphone in there. This dude absolutely records women in the bathroom, and I can't be convinced otherwise. You know, I'm kind of inclined to agree. He just seems like all sorts of, like, scummy and horrible and gross. And with that, I leave you. Safe travels, friend. Don't call me friend, sir. The vibes are rancid, absolutely, abhorrently terrible with this man. Go crazy? I'm about to go crazy on this dude and beat him the fuck up for giving me a sack of dripping peanuts. Ew. Ew. Gross. Ew. Gross. Ew. And just like that, you're alone. The stranger's peanuts soaking into the seat across from you. Maybe you can finally get some sleep. Next stop, Scarlet Hollow, end of the line. Almost there. God, ew. Blech. The bus finally comes to a stop, its brakes squealing as it deposits you in front of the Scarlet Hollow bus station. The sign at least reads bus station, but calling it that feels disingenuous. At best, it's a kiosk. Though for a small town like this, you're amazed there's so much as a road, let alone a bus that drives on it every week. The driver quickly shuts the doors behind you and starts the engine, kicking up dust clouds as he pulls away, eager to leave you and this place behind. You sure you don't want some wretched nut juice? I absolutely do not want a dripping sack of nuts. Thank you very much. Hey, Lucy. You instantly recognize the worn young woman from a few public photos on her Facebook page. She's your cousin, Tabitha, and she looks annoyed to be here. Hey. Come on, let's get back to the estate. I don't want to spend any more time down here than I have to. Okay. Your cousin turns and motions to an old BMW parked near the bus kiosk. You follow her, clambering into the dusty relic. Alright. It doesn't take much driving before the only signs of civilization are the car you're in and the road you're on. Tabitha maintains an icy silence as she focuses on the road. Dialogue options labeled Explore can usually be taken without advancing the story. They can impact relationships and unlock additional story paths, so choose carefully. Oh, that's so brutal. Guess we're both part members of the Dead Moms Club now, huh? That's so brutal. That's horrible. Let's see. How are you healing up? Fine. Okay, if that ever changes, I'm here for you. Alright. Even after I go home. Sure. Can't believe we never actually met before this. You have your mom to thank for that. Or had, I guess. You can feel the same careless cruelty in Tabitha's words that your mother would use when she talked about Perlan and the old Scarlets. The wound that tore your family apart runs deep enough that it bled through the generations. I don't know why my mom left or what kind of grudge she had against this side of the family, but I'm sorry. I wish I'd known about you. Whatever, what's done is done. So, the funeral? It's on Sunday, right? Yep, like I told you. Well, since I'm here, do you need any help planning? I know this stuff isn't easy. It's actually been fine, just needed the coffin and somebody to dig a hole. Jesus. I don't want to say this line. I really, really don't. You decide to sit in silence with your cousin as the car eases up on the steep mountain road. And here it is, the Scarlet Estate. Though it's seen better days, its crumbling elegance is not lost on you, someone used to a cramped apartment in great cities. Your mother told you about this place many times before she passed, always with an anger burning beneath her words. Looking a tad dilapidated, and yeah, partially off the cliff where this wing is about to just like plummet, really, just like doof. The faded majesty you once imagined doesn't quite compare with what's in front of you, a jarring blend of opulence and ruin. As you stare at it perched on the crumbling cliffside, you can't help but feel like it's something that should have been left to rot a long, long time ago. You're hit with a blast of dusty air as you step across the threshold into the foyer. Everything in this room has been here for much longer than you've been alive, each object cemented in place with layers of dust and cobwebs. You can hear doors creak on their hinges, and the aches and moans of ancient floorboards of the house itself sways in the wind. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering anywhere else if you value your limbs. The floors have been known to give out. Jesus, okay. If you know what's good for you, you'll stick to your room, your bathroom, and the kitchen, and hallways, I guess. But only the hallways you need to use to get to those places. I'll show you around so you know where it's safe to walk. You can leave your bags here for the time being. It's beautiful and clean. I thought y'all were loaded. Can't you afford to fix this dome? It's beautiful. It is. The estate was the prize jewel of this region for a long time. It's quite a magnificent piece of architecture even now. Let's just get the tour over with. Follow me. You put your bags down and follow Tabitha through a long dusty hallway. She delicately steps over holes and tears in the floor, and you do your best to trace your steps. Kitchen. On Wednesdays, a woman from town comes in and does the cleaning. Her name is Janie. I wouldn't recommend socializing with her. She'll talk your ear off. If you need any food, there's fixings for peanut butter and jelly. Cat! It looks kind of like socks. Don't touch my mac and cheese or my ice cream. Those are off limits. Oh, and you can access the garden through here, but it's pretty wild, so I wouldn't if I were you. Is there somewhere in town to buy food? I want to eat something other than PB&J this week. Is there somewhere else in town we can get groceries? Aren't you fancy? Yeah, there's a general store. There's also a diner. I usually order my food in bulk online though, so I wouldn't be going with you. Sweet. Cool, good talk. You said someone actually cleans the place. Have you ever actually seen that happen, or does this person just say they did it and leave? Oh, I keep a close watch on Janie. She cleans. Maybe it's not up to your sleek city standards, but this is an old house in the country. There's a level of dirt and grime you have to learn to live with. Okay. Alright, sorry. Wonderful. Now that you're done insulting my kitchen, do you have any other questions before we move on to the next part of the tour? No? What's next? Bathroom, follow me. Great, it's been hours since I've gone. As the two of you leave the kitchen, you pass a tuxedo cat sitting on the countertop. Approach the cat. Then try a pet Frou Frou. If she wants to be pet, she'll let you know. Ne me parlez pas. Sorry, I don't speak French. Sorry, little lady. Je ne peux parler français. Parlez pas français. Of course, how typically American. I shall debase myself by speaking your tongue, but only so that I might insult you directly to your face, you uncultured swine. Haha, very funny. Her name sounds French. Stop wasting my time, let's finish the tour. You once again follow Tabitha through a long, dusty hallway. Maybe after a few nights, it'll get easier to navigate these spaces. But for the time being, you feel lucky to have not fallen through the floors. Guest bathroom, not much to show. It's a bathroom. I'll wait outside. Do what you must, if you must. Whoa. Yeah? You're sure that they clean around here? It is a wretched bathroom. Piles of junk sit untouched in corners of the room, and mysterious stains paint the floor. Ah, fuck off with this. Yeah, this is pretty gross. You sure the toilet works? Yes. Why wouldn't it? The water bills get paid, therefore the toilet works. That's not... That's not exactly how that works. Now do your business so we can move on. Okay. You sign resignation. That's a spirit. It's the worst bathroom I've ever seen. Who exactly uses the bathroom? Guess. Okay. Ugh. Scram, fellas, the jig is up. No, the roaches! No! Not the toilet roaches! Bugs skitter from the bowl as you lift the seat. Ugh. No. Absolutely not. Use the facilities. Toilet's a toilet. We hover. We hover several inches above the toilet seat. We hover. What is happening? Anyone shows me a bathroom this rancid and I'm throwing hands. I wouldn't even step into the bathroom, I'll be so real. Sure, it could be cleaner, but your business needs doing and this is as good as place as any. You do what you must and rejoin your cousin out in the hall. Next up, guest bedroom. Last stop on the tour. Follow me. There's a wine glass with questionably wine or really dirty water and a toothbrush in it. You and Tabitha briefly return to the foyer before climbing the stairs and reaching the guest room. Give your cousin a swirly in that toilet? I don't even want to touch that toilet even to give a swirly. This is where you'll be staying. The linens are fresh. I had Janie wash them last week. I had to endure a half-hour rant about her kid to get her to do it, so you better be grateful. An unmistakable stain coats the room. Somebody has died here. No, people have died in here. The closet is full of old family stuff, so you can't hang your clothes up, but you can use the dresser. It should be empty. Okay. Who used to sleep here? When? This house is almost 150 years old. Many people have slept here. And now you'll sleep here, carrying on the fine tradition of bedrooms being slept in. Jesus Christ. People have died here, haven't they? Like I said, this house is almost 150 years old. Obviously, people have died here. Okay. Well, I get settled in. Follow me. I'll take you back to the foyer so you can collect your belongings. This concludes our tour. I'm afraid I must return to my duties, so you'll have to entertain yourself for the rest of the day. Damn, the whole day? I got to talk to you for, I don't know, an hour? Give or take? I don't know how long the car ride was, but I've barely seen you for, you know, however long. Don't expect to see much of me. Are you sure you're okay? You seem kind of upset. I'm fine, I just need to get back to work. What? Where are you going? To work? Somebody has to pay the bills around here. Oh, what kind of work do you do? I run the coal mine, same as every Scarlet who came before me. Except you and your mom. It requires a lot of time and concentration, so I'd appreciate it if you didn't keep me for long. I didn't know we owned the coal mine. We don't own the coal mine. I own the coal mine. Your side of the family forfeited any claim to it years ago. Hashtag girl boss. Sounds pretty impressive and exciting. Good for you. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I don't think of it as exciting in the same way I don't think of cleaning a toilet or painting a wall as exciting. It's a task. Coal mine ain't doing too hot. They can't even keep the house roachless. Mm-hmm. One of those tasks could be used more doing. Yeah, okay. Great. Any other questions before I leave? I won't keep you, but we should hang out when you get back. We'll see. There's a lot that needs to get done this week. Your cousin leaves through the front door. And now it's just you. You in this sprawling, decrepit estate. Go straight to the forbidden wings of the estate. I changed my mind. I'm gonna get this game and try to be her best friend at every opportunity because she would hate it. Get the demo. Demo's free. I don't remember how much the actual game is, but I know that the demo itself is long. It still has, my understanding is several tasks or endings that you can get even while in the demo itself. PB&J sounds great right now. You haven't had anything to eat all day. Only the lungs. The only things louder than your stomach right now are the creaks and moans of this ancient place. A PB&J sounds exactly like what you need to take on the rest of the day. You head to the kitchen. I also want to talk to the cat. You're back in the kitchen, ready to craft a beautiful peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's a daunting task given the state of the place, but the aggressive growls of your stomach outweigh your fear of food poisoning. To get started, you'll probably need to find some peanut butter, some jelly, bread, a plate, and a knife. Search fridge. As you approach the fridge, your eyes catch a note taped to the door reading Janie, stay out in all caps. Below it, in separate handwriting, are the words okie dokie. Jesus, okay. Sound like the only thing you eat in here is peanut butter ice cream and oh, looks like banana nut banana ice cream. You open the fridge. You already feel a deep urge to wash your hands, even though you just have yet to touch anything other than the handle. Take jelly. It's mine. Wow, but they spelled my name wrong. You reach for one of the unopened jars of grape jelly, carefully checking the expiration date. You breathe a sigh of relief when you realize it is recent. This was either purchased specifically for you, or jelly is one of the few things in this kitchen Tabitha actually uses. All you need now is a plate, a knife, bread, and some peanut butter. Close the fridge and keep looking. Close the fridge. Turn the kitchen, closing the fridge behind you. Search pantry. Well, that's a lot of bread and a lot of peanut butter, and I think that's a dead mouse. Tabitha sure loves her mac and cheese. Take bread. Pick up one of the non-moldy loaves of bread. Gross. One step closer to a satisfying snack. Take the peanut butter. GIF peanut butter. The king of nut butters, and only 3% of each jar is mashed up cockroaches. Ew. Examine the mac and cheese. Pick up a box of Tabitha's mac and cheese. You can't say you've ever seen the brand before. Empty the box and stuff it with a dead mouse on the shelf. What the fuck? Convince Tabitha's a mold person in a human costume. No, I think she's just a true 60-hour-a-week worker that really doesn't have time to make shit. Staying away from the mac and cheese was one of your cousin's hard rules, and she already seems to not like you. Close. You close the pantry door as best as you can and turn back to the rest of the kitchen. Cabinets? This cabinet must be where Tabitha keeps the dishware and, oddly enough, the utensils. Grab a plate and butter knife. You grab a plate and a butter knife. This is the last ingredient you need to make your PB&J. Time to work. Examine the shot glass. I survived Deb's 50th. Your aunt's name was Pearlan, so this wasn't from her 50th. From the few stories you've heard from your mom, Pearlan wasn't the type to have kitschy friends who gave out themed shot glasses at her birthday parties. Like, I was blown away at Blowing Rock, North Carolina. So your aunt and cousin actually traveled sometimes, even if it was only for a few hours from the estate. Maybe you can route your return trip through Blowing Rock. It might be nice to see the local sights before heading home. Okay. Close the cabinet and look back at the rest of the kitchen. Frou-frou. Frou-frou hisses as you draw near and remains firmly in place. You might want to talk to me, but I don't want to talk to you. Go away. Can you tell me about Tabitha? What can you tell me about my cousin? This is the first time I've met her. Spare me your life story. Tabitha at least knows not to bother me. About my aunt. I never knew my aunt. She's dead. I don't waste my time on corpses. You know what's in the sealed off part of the estate? Nosy, aren't you? But of course, I'm not surprised. You seem to enjoy poking your head where it doesn't belong. If you won't take the hint, I suppose I'll have to take things into my own hands. Frou-Frou lunges at your hand and bites you hard. You back away. Damn. Make the PB&J. Despite the state of this horrendous kitchen, you have successfully combined your 3 ingredients to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Congratulations, you can feed yourself. A job well done. Spray him! No! We're not spraying Frou-Frou. All that hassle and took you less than a minute to eat. The rest of the day lies in front of you. Check out the garden. This garden was reclaimed by the wilderness long ago. It might not be very safe, but who's to stop you from venturing deeper? Explore the kitchen. The garden. Oh. You wander further into the garden. It's quiet out here. Interesting. Congratulations, you've eaten and have a full day ahead of you. What do you want to do next? Let's settle into our room. Now that you've finally eaten, the aches and pains of your journey have started to sink deep into your bones. You stumble up the stairs to your room, suitcase in tow, eager to unwind before you face the rest of the day. You stand at the entrance to your room. Let's see, put your spare clothes in the dresser. Ah! We have a friend! You drag your suitcase over to the dresser and open the bottom drawer. A possum lurks within. It is quiet, but angry. Afraid! A friend, I know hurt. Afraid! Put your clothes on top of the possum? No! That's gonna make him more scared. What's your name, little guy? Dustin. Oh! Oh, he's so cute! Look at his little snoot. We love Dustin! What are you doing in my drawers? Warm. Dark. Can you tell me about the human who lives here? Which human? Perlan died. Only one human lives here. Dustin's not good with names. 2 humans live here. Can you tell me about the humans who live here? 1 human sad, 1 human scary. The sad human. Cries. Give Dustin bad sleeps. Oh. The scary human. Always watches. Eyes hateful. Aww. I'm wondering if he's, if this is like Tabitha and Janie, because Janie comes around often, so maybe he thinks that she lives here. Thank you for the help, Dustin. Okay. Can you please move? I want to put my clothes in here. No, this Dustin house. Fashion your clothes into a nest? You poor thing, you look cold in there. Oh! Oh, he's so cute! You gently lay your clothes on top of the creature, arranging them in a little nest. Dustin closes his mouth, somewhat more at ease than before, and looks up at you with his shiny black eyes. Human is kinder, Dustin. Dustin will remember this. Oh! You close the drawer, satisfied with yourself for a job well done. Oh, I'm so glad I took the animal speaking option. Oh. Look out the window. I can only imagine how beautiful the garden must have been in its heyday. If you owned the place, you'd totally get out there with a shovel and some gardening gloves and whip it into shape. You'd go and You go out and pull the weeds, chop the trees, carve topiaries, and do whatever you needed to do to return it to its former glory. And once it was all done, you'd sit by the fountain, which of course would have a little goldfish in it, and a drink of floral tea while enjoying the bird song. Yeah, you definitely do that. Just not right now. Painting. This must be an older relative of yours, judging by the dates and the inscription. You've never heard of her, but you barely heard anything about your aunt and cousin until a week ago, so that's not really a surprise. Maybe you could ask Tabitha about this Mary Belle Scarlet next time you see her. That is, if she's actually in the mood for conversation. Check out the closet. Oh, yikes. You can see why your cousin said you should put your clothes in the dresser instead of this closet. There must be decades of family history stacked up in here. I am not touching that doll. No, no, thank you. Some things are best left untouched. The closet behind you. Let's take a little nap. You immediately collapse onto the bed. You're tired enough that being alone in a strange new place won't stop you from passing out. Or so you thought. You cough as a small cloud of dust rises up from the mattress. Ugh. These sheets might be fresh, but everything beneath them might have been around to see the dawn of civilization. You try to settle in, but the bed is lumpy in strange places, and you can feel the springs pressing through the fabric. You might be tired, but you're far from tired enough to get in more than a few minutes of uncomfortable napping. Fair enough. Doesn't seem like there's much else for you to do here right now. Do we want to explore the Forbidden Wings? Do we want to perhaps endanger ourselves in this decrepit wing? You know what? We can save. Yes, alright. With Tabitha gone, there's no one stopping you from going to the Forbidden Wings of the estate. You immediately try the nearest door, only to be impeded by locks and chains. Well, shit. Never mind. With your cousin gone, there's nothing for you to really do here. You leave the estate and head out to explore the town. Well, so much for that. Well, explore every room in the estate before going to town in episode 1. Well, okay. If you had known you'd wind up having to walk all the way back to town, you probably would have just asked Tabitha to leave you at the bus stop, especially with how unhappy she seemed to see you. If only you could wipe the slate between the two of you clean and bury some of the tension. Though maybe her mother's funeral isn't the best time for something like that. Then again, maybe it's the perfect time. It's really pretty out here. Whoa. Finally, you made it back to town. The holler, as the guy on the bus called it, has probably seen better days. It still has the feeling of an idyllic country town, but its sidewalks are cracked and many of the storefronts are boarded up, their windows dusty with age. A chill breeze sweeps down through the lane and you shudder, suddenly feeling as if you're peering into a grave. Dog! Gretchen, come back! Quit bothering strangers! Why, I do declare, who is this stranger? And why does she smell of peanut butter? Sorry about that. Gretchen can be very slippery when she wants to be. She loves to get loose and cause havoc. She looks so stressed out. It's nice to meet you, Gretchen. I'm Lucy. My oh my, I can't remember the last time I met a newcomer who was so wonderfully polite. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Lucy. Heh, it's a funny way to introduce yourself. I'm Stella. It's not often I see a strange face up in the holler. Every now and then there's a new crop of coal folks, but you don't look dusty enough for that. You aren't in town for the funeral, are you? The Scarlet funeral? Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. You must be Tabby's cousin then, right? Upon mention of your cousin, Gretchen mutters under her breath. Well, these days I'll get that Tabitha to pet me. So Tabitha's just cold to everybody, it seems like, including the dogs. That's the only person I can think of who would come to town for the funeral. How's she holding up? To be honest, I've been a little worried about her, all alone up in that big house. I feel like whoever I met today isn't the real Tabitha, just a mask she wears. Even though we met just a couple of hours ago, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried about her. She's always been a little rough around the edges, but I figured she'd probably be having a rough go of things. She and her mom were really close. To think she's been up in that old mansion all by herself. It'll probably be good for her now that you're staying there, even if she doesn't think so herself. Are you two friends? It's probably closer than most people have gotten to be able to call her a friend. The school here is really small, so everyone had to at least get along with everyone else. She was a grade ahead of me, but everyone knew her, especially since she was a Scarlet. We wound up bonding a bit when we were both in the school's production of A Midsummer's Night Dream. I was Puck and she was Mustard Seed. As you might have expected, she was a little more prickly, but I managed to soften her up a bit in the end. But then she graduated, and that was that. I haven't seen the girl or her horrible little cat since I was middle-aged. Or, no, that's the dog. Oh, before it slips my mind, if you're staying up in the spooky old mansion, you must have met the Frou-Frou. How does that monster fare? I met Frou-Frou. She might think she's so much better than me, but I will get her to let me pet her, even if it's the last thing I do. Wait, what? Are you messing with me? You can't actually talk to my dog, right? Heh, as a joke. I cannot talk to animals. Yeah, of course, that'd be ridiculous. And Stella maintains silent, awkward eye contact. Well, next time you see that devil, please send my regards. And do let her know that not only do I still draw breath, but that I very much still plan to outlive her. Oh, if you just got into town, you must be starving. I was just on my way to the diner for a coffee, and they've still got amazing biscuits. My treat. Sure, why not? Awesome, let's go. Oh, wow. Surprisingly bustling. The pleasant aroma of greasy breakfast food hangs heavy in the air. In contrast with the empty, lifeless atmosphere of the family estate, the diner is filled with the comforting din of human life. All of which grinds to a sudden halt as the patrons realize that a stranger has entered the establishment. Quietly slide into the nearest booth. Pretending you didn't notice everyone in the diner gawking at you like they'd just seen Bigfoot. No need to be so shy. They don't meet many strangers. It's kind of a big deal when someone new wanders into town. Especially since, well, they probably all know what you're here for, and by extension, who you're related to. Even if you don't know anybody, it's not easy keeping secrets in a town this size. Hey Stella, I went ahead and fixed you up a coffee. They quietly placed a cup of coffee in front of Stella. And here's some bacon for the little lady. For me? For me? Gretchen sniffs the bacon and digs in. If you hit the H button on your keyboard, hide the box at any moment. Aww! Look at her go! Anything for you? The name's Avery. I'll be taking care of you today. Stella says she's buying, so I'll have one of everything, please and thank you. Let's get a biscuit and a coffee. Can I have a biscuit and a coffee, please? I heard they were really good. Best in the country. Oh, in the county, my bad. Avery pours a fragrant brew into the empty mug in front of you, and they linger after pouring your coffee, turning to you nervously. Oh, and I'm, sorry for your loss. Before you have the chance to respond, they're gone. Glad you took my advice with a biscuit. You won't regret it. Anyways, the funeral's not till Sunday, right? Gives you quite a bit of time to slum around town. I'm trying to think if there were any cool events going on this week. There's always the reading adventure at the library, which is supposed to be for little kids, but I do it every month anyway. Oh, and I'm pretty sure Avery's throwing a party Saturday night, so that's a fun thing to look forward to. There's the weekly Sunday potluck. That should be right after the funeral too, so it'll be a special occasion. Is the potluck like a church thing? Would it be weird for me to come if I'm not a member? Oh no, the Sunday thing is a coincidental. It's actually hosted by the library. Not too many people go to church around here, if I'm being honest. Isn't this like the rural South? It's a little unheard of for rural South to not have many churchgoers. Oh, hell yeah, religion sucks. It's gotta be unusual. I know, we must seem like such heathens. But there are plenty of God-fearing folks in town. They just aren't the biggest fans of the local church. Oh, I'm in the non-rural South. I'm seeing psalms on billboards. That's crazy. Oh, the building's okay, but the pastor's another story. There's just something a little off about the guy. A little creepy. You'll get what I mean if you ever meet him. And unfortunately, you probably will. Ugh. Anyway, those are all the big events I can think of. As for the day-to-day, any idea how you want to kill time for the rest of the week? Kind of assume I'd be spending my time trying to help Tabitha, but with how quickly she ran off today, I'm not sure that's enough for a full schedule. That's really sweet of you, but you're right. That'll definitely still leave you with plenty of time to kill. Have you thought about exploring the local trails at all? I'm not usually out there. I'm usually out there a few nights a week for my job, and I'd be happy to show you around. Before Stella can finish, Avery returns, biscuit in tow. Is there nothing else coming for me? Oh, the dog. Is there nothing else coming for me? Gosh, if I had known that plate of bacon would be my main and only course, I would have waited before digging in. Here's your biscuit. Wendy says it's on the house. She sends her condolences. Oh, you don't have to do that. No worries. Hope you enjoy it. Pick up the biscuit. It's delicate and fluffy. It nearly crumbles at your touch. A warmth emanates from its surface. You don't even need to taste it to know that it is good. Divinity given buttery form. You take a bite. It melts in your mouth, as if it was nothing but butter suspended in a thin matrix of dough. Truly, this is the perfect biscuit. I've had better. Whoa. This is a really good biscuit. Wow. I'm so glad you like it. Avery lingers at the table for a moment. So, has Stella mentioned she's famous? Heh. Oh, Avery, I'm not famous. The only person I know who's been on the news. And if that's not famous, then I don't know what is. Stella sighs. I'm a YouTuber. You and everyone else. Jesus Christ. Oh, what kind of videos do you do? She hunts cryptids. Ooh, okay. You should really check out her channel, Lucy. It's amazing. I think the best video to start with would be the river one. You know, the controversial one. Oh yeah, the Catawba River Runner? Catawba River Runner? Huh. I didn't expect much out of the footage at the time, but it really wound up doing numbers. So the River Runner is a cryptid that's only known from a single sighting. 2 Boy Scouts thought they saw something big and weird in the Catawba River, and that's all I had to go on. But then I wound up catching this on camera. She pulls out her phone and shows you a clip of something in the river. Some folks said it was a beaver, but if that was the case, it'd be at least twice the size of any beaver I'd seen. Holy shit, it's a real cryptid? Let's fucking go! That's not people saying it was a dog, or even a capybara that must have escaped from a local wildlife sanctuary. It was a mountain lion. I could smell its stink from miles away. I'm still not sure what it was, and I'm the one who saw the thing in with my own two eyes. Gretchen thinks it's a mountain lion. That's an honest-to-God cryptid right there. No way that's a beaver or a dog, and there's no way that a capybara would be swimming in a river in the mountains of North Carolina. Unless there's some North American colony of capybaras in Appalachia, but that would still count as a cryptid, wouldn't it? Yeah, until someone catches a capybara up here, that would still count as a cryptid by most standards. My comment section went nuts for this footage, and it spread to Twitter pretty fast. There were polls for days. I even had actual experts weighing in. It was all a really cool experience. And it meant the video did some pretty great numbers. Personally, I'm a fan of the capybara theory. There's always people keeping those things as exotic pets. Kind of a sewer gator type situation. Yeah, exactly. Some exotic pet owner set it free, and now it will forever roam the Catawba, confusing Boy Scouts and YouTube commenters for years to come. So, speaking of things to do around town, I was actually planning on filming this week's video tonight. I was wondering if maybe you'd want to come along. It's a pretty easy one this week. We wouldn't even have to camp anywhere. I'm just gonna go after the... Wait! No spoilers! I should probably get back to it instead of standing around chatting with friends anyway. See y'all around. Now that the coast is clear, I'm going after the skunk ape. It was stinky. Interesting, interesting. Tell me more. Well, it's kind of like Bigfoot, only smellier. Most skunk ape sightings are from Florida, but while I was doing research for last week's video, I came across a report where a lady from a town over claimed to have seen one on her deck, playing tug-of-war with her dog. I remember hearing about the skunk ape. I've definitely heard of a handful of cryptids. And as I leave no stone unturned, I decided it was worth investigating. So what do you say? Want to tag along? Hold the camera for me while I narrate against the darkening sky, that sort of thing? That depends. Are you gonna be there, Gretchen? Oh, naturally. I wouldn't want any misfortune to fall my beloved Stella. I must stay by her side, though through thick and thin, however odd her passions may be. Of course. It's actually been a while since I've had anyone but Gretchen out there with me. Say no more, I'm in. This is gonna be a lot of fun. I actually started the channel with a couple buddies of mine back in middle school, so kind of be like a blast from the past. I miss those two. My videos were terrible. You know, that gets me thinking. I wonder if they'd be down to come along with us. Get the old gang back together. Though I guess Kanika has to close out the general store tonight, so I'm pretty sure she's a no-go. But Reese, I think there's a decent chance we could get him to come out of his cave if he's up for it. Do you mind if I make a quick call? Stella pulls out her phone and dials it, waiting while it rings. Reese, dude, what's up? Feels like it's been forever. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. You want me to come by, or? Okay, if you're really sure. But if you change your mind... Oh, I was just calling to ask if you wanted to come out to the woods tonight. I met somebody cool in town today. She's Tabitha's cousin. I know. Yeah, just here for the week. Anyway, we're going out to look for the skunk ape. We take the easier trails if that would help. Dang, man, that sounds awful. I hope you take it easy tonight. I'll swing by sometime this week and we can have a more low-key hangout. How's that? Yeah, I'll bring her. Talk to you soon. Bye, bud. Oh. Reese. There's always been something off about that boy. I never did like the smell of him. Looks like it's just you and me, pal. Did he ask you to bring me to his house? Is he okay? He's not feeling well, that's all. He's had a lot going on in the past, gosh, 10 years or so? But I feel like it's gotten a lot worse recently. I can't remember last time I saw him leave his house. Oh well, it's not my place to talk about, really. I just got a little excited thinking about having him along again. He's hilarious, you'd love him. I just know she's wearing a, like Mothman kind of shirt, which is really cute. You should swing by his place sometime this week. That'd be nice. I'd love to meet your friends. Awesome. I'll make it happen. He's definitely the trickier one to meet. Kanika is much easier to track down since she's at the general store basically every day. But friendship can wait. We've got a skunk ape to hunt. So we should probably head out if we want to make it up the mountain before it's too dark. Come on, let's blow this popsicle stand. We pause before getting up. Maybe it's time to make a good first impression. Leave a tip. Reach into your pockets and pull out a single crumpled dollar bill and a quarter. As long as you don't get sick of peanut butter and jelly, your meals will be free while you're here. Try the wealth while you've got it, you think to yourself. Leave the money on the table and follow Stella at the diner. $1.25 seems like a very pitiful tip, but, you know, coffee and a biscuit probably wouldn't be that much either. It hadn't been very cold when you first arrived in town, but as the sun dips closer and closer to the horizon, a chill descends upon the hollow. You see your situation with renewed clarity. You're in a new place, far from civilization and the people you know, following someone you just met into a dark forest in search of monsters. You feel more alive than you felt in years. A sense of foreboding. You feel an overwhelming sense of foreboding, which seems only natural considering where you are. Your instincts scream at you to leave, but at the same time, you're curious to see what the night has in store for you. You decide to go with the flow, to keep putting one foot in front of the other, and not to dwell too much on the strange feeling. Gotta love this brisk fall weather. This past summer was the hottest on record, since last year at least. You know how it is these days. Each summer is the hottest yet until the next summer, which always finds a way to be so much worse. It's just nice to feel a chill in the air and see the leaves change. Like normalcy is restored, if only for a moment. Sorry if that was a bit of a bummer. We should talk about something more fun, like skunk apes. You ever hunt things that aren't cryptids? You know, like ghosts, demons, werewolves, that sort of thing? Yeah, for sure. I used to go after all sorts of spooky stuff. I never had much luck though, especially when it came to ghosts. Back when I first started doing solo videos, I'd go into all sorts of old abandoned buildings, hoping I'd stumble across some sort of activity. But nothing ever happened. It was always just me and my camera in an old house getting worked up over a gust of wind or a creaky floorboard. When all is said and done, I've just been a lot luckier with cryptids. I want to believe in ghosts so bad, and I can't rule out the possibility that there really are true hauntings out there, but if there are, I sure as heck haven't seen any myself. Werewolves, I kinda lump them in with cryptids. I'd be shocked if there were actually people out there who turn into animals. The werewolf lore lines up pretty well with the great beast genre of the cryptid. As for demons, I don't know. I honestly don't want to even consider the possibility they exist, because if they are really out there, a lot of folks are doomed to an eternity of flames. So let's hope that all that just a... Oh my god. So let's hope all of that's just bunk. Am I right? What about aliens? Don't even get me started. Did you see the UFO videos the government declassified? Aliens are definitely real, and they have absolutely visited Earth. Like, I believe in aliens way more than I believe in cryptids. I adore my darling Stella, but she gets the strangest ideas in her head these days. Ever since her parents went away, she's been more and more foolhardy with the critter nonsense. Stargate's real. You don't see me hunting aliens out here because we know they're real. We're not alone out here, but everything is cut from the same cloth. Whoa, you've gotta meet my friend Kanika's mom. You two would get along. Did anything bad ever happened on these hikes? You know, just curious. Let me think. There was that time back in early high school when Reese fell down a cliff. But he was fine. We had some folks from town rig up a pulley to get him out of the ravine, and his leg only took a week or two to heal. All in all, not too bad. Though I guess there was also that time I was out here alone and kinda got stuck in a cave. I was getting great footage from what I thought was a family of Wumpus cats. But I wasn't able to wiggle my way back out. No! Turns out that the Wumpus cats were actually skunks who very much did not appreciate me blocking the entrance to their hidey hole. And instead of running for help, Gretchen just sat outside, bored to tears. Lassie, she is not. I object to that accusation. I made sure to give those nasty little skunks a piece of my mind, that's what I did. And I kept Stella company, just as she would for me if I decided to hide in a hole for hours. It took me about an hour to get loose, which was pretty intense, but a few tomato juice baths later and I was right as rain. So it could have been a lot worse. Oh, and there was that time I accidentally stumbled into old Duke's property and nearly got my head shot off. But that happens to everybody sooner or later. I barely count it. So, yeah, these hikes aren't all that dangerous, all things considered. I'm sorry, did you say you almost got shot? Are you sure it's safe? When you put it like that, I can see how you might be a little concerned. I really wouldn't worry about Duke, though. He might be a little jumpy, but he means well. Duke is a sweetheart, Lucy. You don't need to concern yourself about him. If it makes you feel any better, I've been out on the trails with him before. The man sounds like a truck crashing through the woods when he walks. We'll hear him long before he sees us. And the wildlife isn't anything to be afraid of either. The worst I've seen up here is the occasional black bear, and even they scare easy. Sure, sometimes worrying can help you prepare for something, but we're as prepared as we can be. I even carry bear mace. And once you're as prepared as you can be, why give in to your anxiety when you can be having fun instead? Anyway, all this is to say we're good. Don't worry. What's the weirdest thing you've seen out here other than cryptids? Oh gosh, that's a good one. Let me think. Well, there's always the deer I saw stealing baby birds out of a nest and eating them. That was pretty messed up. What the? That's crazy. But I think most people know about that these days. I've seen tons of videos of other deer doing it. So I'm not sure if that counts as weird anymore. Well, I've never heard of that. What the fuck? Oh, Tetanus Lake. That's definitely the weirdest. It's a 5-foot deep, 30-foot wide pile of old cans and bottles and assorted garbage, with grass and trees growing on it, so you could barely tell it was there until you stepped on it. It was practically solid ground with how much it had been compressed, but you could still fall through if you weren't careful, hence the name. Better be up on your shots if you want to mess around in there. It's all stuff from the 50s too, which is super neat. I salvaged a few bottles that I keep on my dresser as a little souvenir. Did you hear that? Oh. Oh, calm down, Gretchen, you old mutt. Oh, Duke, you rascal. Oh, sorry for getting spooked, Duke. I thought you were Some creature of darkness? No, girlie, it's just old Duke. Now what the hell are you looking for? Oh, way out here. A skunk ape. Sorry I asked. And who is this you suckered into coming with you? Wait, Tick, you aren't... Is that... Yep. Let's see, welcome to the holler. My condolences. I'll keep you in my prayers. God, it is literally, they just look at you and they just know. That's crazy. Now both of y'all head on back to town, you hear? It's best as you steer clear of this area tonight. I'm out dealing with my own critter and won't be too appreciative if a couple fools with a camera scare away more sensitive wildlife. Where are you hunting tonight? Something tall and hairy? Something musky? You seen anything like that recently? Wouldn't you like to know? You never could stay in your business. Stella Richmond, put that damn camera down. No, come on, Duke. Maybe I could help out. I'm pretty good at tracking. You know how I learned from the best. That you did, but you have yet to see a shred of proof that you listened to any of it. The way you tromp around the woods at night yelling about chuckabungas or what have you. Something's been getting at my chickens. I lost 3 this week and can't afford to lose many more than that. Huh, I wonder if the skunk ape has a taste for chicken. Now see, this is why I don't have you come about these things. I ain't no skunk ape. It ain't no skunk ape, whatever the hell it is. I know exactly what this is, and I know you won't believe me if I tell you. Oh, Duke, you don't think it's... I do, actually. It's those damn mountain lions. They're out there, Stella. I don't care what your little investigation turned up. You haven't been out in these woods as long as I have. Those sons of bitches are sneaky. Of course you wouldn't find any one night of tracking. And I know for a fact that's what's been getting at my chickens. It couldn't be anything else. I'm telling you, man, mountain lions are extinct in these parts. There hasn't been an actual sighting since the 1990s, and even those were iffy. It's true. There are mountain lions out there, sure as sin. They pee on all the best trees. Can't believe you go out there on your YouTube saying some river monster spawned by a couple school-age Boy Scouts has been the 100% confirmed. Yet Appalachian cougars are some far-fetched fantasy made up by geezers like me. You made me look like a fool. I read those comments people were posting on your video. I'm sorry, Duke. I didn't mean to sick anybody on you. I just don't think it's plausible. You'll eat those words when I come carrying a mountain lion corpse out of these woods at dawn. And if you two don't want to face a face full of buckshot, I suggest you run home and stay out of the woods tonight. As Duke's words leave his mouth, an existential dread begins to pull at your chest. Something is waiting for you deeper in the woods. Whatever it is, the 4 of you are bound to meet it, and it will change you forever. I don't think this night's gonna end well. How do you know? You go hunting these woods all the time. Night, day, possums, bears. Don't make a difference. No, not the possums. Even a mountain lion wouldn't stand a chance against the ingenuity of man here. Unless it's not a mountain lion. Oh, don't you get started again. If your daddy could hear you now, going about ghouls and goblins using what he taught you to run around these woods like some kind of paranormal investigator. You want that to be his legacy, girl? And besides, you know my boy Bo and me are headed down to the state fair to show off Big Betty this week. We'll be gone days, and the chicken coop might as well have a big all-you-can-eat sign on it if I don't nip this in the bud tonight. You know how I feel about my chickens. I couldn't take it if I lost any more of my poor little ladies. And you know I have to put out a video by tomorrow evening. Estelle and Duke both root themselves in their stubborn innocence. The feeling from before gains form and clarity. Something fated has been locked into stone. Somebody here is going to die tonight. If I miss an update, I might lose my new sponsor, and who knows what that'll mean for my career. Let's just go, Stella. He's the one with the gun, after all. Okay, fine. You've won this time, Duke. That's right. Now y'all run along home and stay out of trouble. You and Stella return to the trail. She carefully looks back at the way you came. Okay, the coast is clear. There's no way we're letting Duke edge us that... What? What? There's no way we're letting Duke edge us out that easy. I've not ever heard that as a saying. Come on, I know the trail that'll let us get around him. Oh no, we weren't actually headed back to town? I understand you're furious, Lucy. This is an opportunity for a once-in-a-lifetime adventure. Seize it while you can. Oh, you don't have to worry about old Duke. He's never actually shot anyone. Let's see. What, are you kidnapping me? Says about Duke. Something bad is gonna happen if we stay here. Wait, you don't want to dip out now? The sun is about to set. Things are just about to get good, I know it. Evelyn's probably getting worried about me. I should really head back. It's okay, she knows me. I'll just explain that you were with me and all will be forgiven. Because you definitely don't want to try and head back without me. Not when the sun is starting to go down. Let me stay long enough to help me with my intro. It's been forever since I had anybody but Gretchen around to hold the camera. And your paws aren't really suited for the job. Not for lack of trying, dear Stella. But I've never understood your fascination with strange little boxes that beep. Can never get anybody else to say yes. God, I wonder why. Alright, fine, I'll help, but this had better not end up with either of us dead in a ditch. Great, I promise it'll be chill. Makes you feel any better? Not much usually happens on these hikes. We'll probably just head home pretty soon after it gets dark. Duke will never know we were up here. There's a great overlook just up the path. We can start there. I'm glad my Stella won't be alone out there tonight. The woods don't feel as safe as they used to. The trail's just up this way. Let's go. Go on an adventure with your new friend! Alright, this looks like a good shot. Mind holding the camera? Chance to the camera and takes position. As night falls, my new assistant, the mysterious Lucy, and I find ourselves on a high hill in the Blue Ridge Mountains, where we'll begin our hunt for the elusive yet pungent skunk ape. October 24, 2022. Though mostly encountered in Florida, this possible relative of Bigfoot has been spotted all along the southeastern edge of the United States, including right in this very county. Here's hoping we get a glimpse tonight. We'll check back once we're on the trail. Till then, stay searching, Stellars. And keep digging, Gretches. I can take the camera off your hands for now. We'll be able to start tracking scenes once the sun sets all the way. In the meantime, we'll get to take in all the glorious scenery. Duke may be gone, but that feeling in your gut still lingers. Something terrible awaits you. Something unavoidable. Though what exactly is wrong in these woods still eludes you. It's breathtaking. The air is so clean and fresh. I feel like I'm breathing for the first time. It is. I'm glad you came out here. Gretchen has no appreciation for beautiful mountain vistas, and it gets old saying wow into the empty expanse every time I come out here. It's nice to have someone to say wow with. Your quiet moment with Stella is broken by a loud, percussive snort. Death has come for me at last. Goodbye, cruel world. What was that? Huh. No need to panic. That's just the sound deer make when they want to warn the rest of their herd about big scary predators like us. Let's check it out. Uh-oh. I don't think that's gonna be a deer. As you and Stella hear the footfalls of animals retreating into the woods, she searches for her flashlight. Can you hear the sweet whispers of new growth? Oh my god. A single deer remains behind, staring down the beam of light while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. The acorn becomes the oak becomes the rich rot that swaddles the acorn. The cycle that is stretched is not the cycle that is broken. A deer! And there's something uncouthly fake about and vile to its odors. Let me at him. How dare he infringe on my dearest Stella's personal space? Let me at him! Your souring husk will feed the coming world. This is good. And then it's gone. Jeez, Gretchen, calm down. You're gonna hurt yourself. Oh my, it seems I was consumed by a blinding rage. How very unladylike. What must you think of me? She cannot handle deer. She gets like that when she gets like this, I usually have to pick her up and hold her. She has a bad habit of slipping her harness when she wants to go after something. Too much of a potato, and they don't make harnesses that fit potatoes, do they? There's something wrong with that deer. Did you see its face? Now that you mention it, there was something a little off. I bet it was an abscess, maybe a tumor. It's not like wild animals can get those taken care of, so they just get bigger and bigger. Poor thing. Well, there's not much we can do about it. Why do you bring Gretchen with you? She doesn't seem like the safest choice for a hiking companion. Excuse you? Though, after that outburst came over me, well, I suppose I can see the merit of your concern. I actually find her to be quite the opposite. Sure, she wants to chase stuff, but I usually let her when I'm not on one of my cryptid hunts, so I can't hold that against her. I'm just happy she's still so feisty, even at her age. Pugs aren't exactly known for their good health, but here she is, running around in the woods at 17. Wow! And I feel like the fresh mountain air and exercise have helped a lot in that regard. You defy the laws of nature, don't you, Gretch? You remain silent. Hey, are you hungry? Now seems like a great time to take a snack break. Apricots, trail mix, extra M&Ms, yummy. Looks like chocolate covered almonds. Orange slices, maybe? As you settle down to rest, Stella breaks open a bag of assorted snacks. Take a snack bar. Oh, that's what those are. Okay. Sesame sticks. Okay. Let's take a snack bar. Grab a snack bar. Excellent choice. A good source of energy and chocolate. Plus, I made them myself, and friendship is the best ingredient. It really complements the cherries and cashews. You and Stella settle down on the overlook, snacks in hand, as the quiet sounds of evening wildlife wash over you. I see something back there. Gretchen gnaws on a stick, distracted for the time being. So, tell me what it's like in Coltville. I forgot that's what you named it. Do you have a house? An apartment? Um, actually, I lived in an abandoned church. Do you live with family, roommates, pets? Tell me what it's like to be Lucy. What would be... I live in a 12 by 12 shed in someone's yard. I'd rather not say. It's hard to pry. Do you mind if I ask what you do for work? Yes, I do mind. Not at all. So what do you do for a living? I build pragmatic ads for a company nobody's ever heard of. I sell arts and craft on Etsy. I'm a first-year associate at a big law firm. I'm a streamer. Heyo. Teacher, student. Actually a streamer. Oh no way, a fellow content creator. Yay! I guess we got a lot in common, Lucy. What are the odds? What sort of streams do you do? I play video games, I do art, teach people to cook, play music. I play video games. This is a weird fourth wall break. That's cool. I'll have to check out your channel sometime this week. How do you like it? I wouldn't trade it for the world. Most people I tend to meet raise their eyebrows when I tell them what I do, but I love it. It might not be much, but it makes me feel like I'm taking control of my own destiny. Believe me, I can relate. I don't think I'd give up what I do for anything. A crisp breeze passes over you. How about you? What's your story? Rich and I live in a little house just outside town. It's actually the house I grew up in, so it has a lot of pleasant memories attached to it, and I'm glad I could keep it in the family. My great-great-grandfather built that house, and he must have done a great job because it's just as sturdy as it's ever been. Do you live alone? Yeah, the place used to belong to my parents, but they're not around anymore. And the Holler is a small enough place that other folks don't need roommates. Oh, did they move? Huh, no, they died. It's okay, it's okay. I've done my mourning. You don't have to watch your words around me or anything. Life goes on. My mom died pretty recently, so I get it. It's alright if you ever need to talk about things. Oh, thanks. It's really sweet of you. How are you holding up? Hanging in there. It was a long time coming, so it wasn't a surprise. I had to kind of come to terms with it by the time it actually happened. It's not all bad. She doesn't have to be in pain anymore. That's a relief. The hospital bills are another story, though. Can't even imagine how bad that must be. It's just salt in the wound at that point. My stars, what was that? Showtime. Whatever lurks behind the tree line is something best left unseen, but the events of this evening were already set in motion long before you stepped foot into Scarlet Hollow. Again, I see two little beady eyes over in that little corner. It's no turning back now. Jesus Christ. Something terrible out there, Stella. Whatever it is, it's close. Here, watch Gretchen for a moment while I check this out. You and Stella inch towards the tree line as she shines her flashlight into the woods. Do stay close, Lucy. I won't want any harm to befall you. Chicken? Question mark? I see it. I see it. It's sweet and kind. A bed of flowers. A nice wind. A gentle gardener. Maybe Duke's birds weren't eaten after all. Oh. What the hell was that? Hold on, I gotta play that back. Holy shit. Guessing it must be maybe 2, 3 feet tall? Doesn't look hairy either, so I think we can rule out Skunk Ape. But whatever it is, it has to be one of Duke's chickens. Looks like it's headed north. Let's go after it. just follow. I am gonna slow that down to actually like see the scenes, because that was really fast. You follow Stella, she sprints into the unknown, Gretchen excitedly pulling you along by her leash. Ah! Oh no! Stella! Stella! Ow. Oh god, are you okay? Huh, yeah, I'm alright. Just tripped on something weird. Just like my Stella to get overexcited and lose track of herself. Oh no, that poor thing. It must have been one of Duke's. A new beginning. I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going home. Oh, Jesus, it's still alive. I guess we have to roll a camera. Ahem. Seems we found one of Duke's chickens, folks, and she's not looking good. I'm hesitant to speculate, but she definitely seems to have some sort of growth under her skin. Could be a tumor? Could be something else. Either way, I don't think there's much that can be done for her at this point. Jeez, I hope I don't get demonetized for this one. Wait, do you hear that? I know that smell. That's old Duke. Stella, I swear to God, didn't I tell you to go home? Birdie? Birdie. Oh no, what's happening to you, sweetheart? Duke, we just found her like this. I think there's something seriously wrong with her. She smells terrible, nothing like an animal at all, just like that deer. I can barely even smell the woods anymore. It's all that uncanny plastic stench. Jesus H. Christ. Physical and talk to animals. All of the above. The things all of these animals have been saying tonight, it's like they're going through some kind of religious experience. Examine the chicken. Oh, he stooped down and looked at the chicken. Don't let Gretchen too close. She'll try to take a bite of it if you don't stop her. I would never. Something about this bird don't smell right. You hold Gretchen's leash close to your chest. She squirms against her harness. Examine the head. The poor little chicken eyes look up at you, glazed over, but still rolling around in their sockets with unfortunate life. Can't hide from me. I can see you. I can smell you. Sick, sick creature. Wing. Ooh. The wing is barely still attached, but it seems to be the least of the chicken's concerns. Old becomes new. It never flown, but now I soar. Whatever's got a hold of her busted her wing up too, little bastard. Yeah, what a bastard. Good God. First he thought it might have been some tumor, but this is something else. The skin is stretched taut, the growth pulsing beneath. She could still get better. Maybe she just needs the thing to pop and she'll be right as rain in a couple days. Happened to me once, and there's not so much as a scar these days. I don't know. Looks like there's something in there. Yeah, I see this like weird crescent kind of shape. It smells like it should be buried somewhere deep. My senses scream out that this is an abomination. Oh, Stella, please don't get too close. Hear the birth that dwells within me. Can you hear the way it roars and thunders? Having investigated to your heart's content, you step back and give the brood space. There's something really wrong with all the animals we've seen tonight. What a horrid thing to witness. It's like they've all gone mad. If this happens to me, I won't want to live like that. No goddamn shit. It's like some kind of plague. Better not be contagious. Do you think we should put her down? Maybe it's for the best. Going to sleep is sometimes a mercy. Wrong with your head? We are absolutely not putting her down. We're getting her help. As you, Duke, and Stella take stock of the situation, a sound begins to wrap around you. Gently at first, barely a whisper, but then a guttural moan, and then another, and another, until suddenly you find yourself surrounded by a chorus of groaning misery. Something out there all around us. I can smell it. There's so many of them. I think we should get out of here. Agreed. We've all had enough excitement. Come on, Birdie, let's get you home. You guys hearing this? He starts filming again. As Duke scoops up the injured Birdie, the voices in the trees intensify. It's like you're all suddenly surrounded, the strange sounds becoming closer, growing bolder. Oh! Oh! What in the hell is that? The gardener has come to mend and nurture. Let me blossom and sprout. Let me become. You feel a tightening in the leash pulling at you from behind. Ugh, it's got a little hand. Don't you step another foot closer, I'll shoot. Don't think I won't. Oh god, get out while you can. The man hesitates and the thing steps forward, fixing what seemed to be its eyes on Birdie, tucked under Duke's arm. Stella! Stella, there's another one! The leash is drawn fully taut, and then there's a sudden looseness. Oh no! No, Gertie! No! You and Stella turn just in time to see another of the creatures slithering out from the bush. Oh my god! What's going on over there? As Duke glances back, everything seems to happen at once. A patter of unnatural feet and then chaos. Duke grapples with the thing as it grabs his shotgun, pushing the barrel out of the way as it grasps for Birdie. With oddly jointed limbs. While Stella stares in shock, silence, as if paused, watching the other creature attempt to wrestle Gretchen into the darkness, her desperate cries going unheeded. Shit, shit, get your grubby little hands off my bird! I'm helping the dog. You dive for Gretchen, attempting to snatch her away from the thing's misshapen hands. Oh, Lucy, my hero! Ew! Ew, 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 ew. You manage to grab her, but the creature isn't deterred. It rears back on its hind legs, its mouth opening, whispered tones sliding out alongside something sharp and unnatural. But then there's a deafening blast of Duke's shotgun, and suddenly, it's gone. Excuse me, that was so much tension. It gave me hiccups. Duke? Blood! Blood! My heavens, I smell blood! Oh! Oh no! Oh my god. Oh my god, what do we do? Okay, first things first, I grab Gretchen. There, step 1 is done. Gretchen is safe. Great, okay. Step 2. What's step 2? Holy shit! Holy shit, what the fuck? Oh my god. Let's take some deep breaths and collect ourselves. What do you mean? I'm totally acting calm and rational. Now, step 2 is that we chase after those things and get as much footage as we can. It's the only way anyone will believe us about what happened. You owe it to Duke. It's all that you froze. If you go after those things and you pull that again... Okay, let's go. Oh my god, they're everywhere! As you and Stella quickly made your way back through the woods, the unearthly whispers of creatures unknown once again surround you. Keep moving. You say nothing, continuing forward with a grim determination. almost there. You and Stella reach the main road, and the whispers fade back into the sounds of nature. Sounds like they've stopped following us. I certainly can't smell that stench anymore. I should get reception now that we're back on the main road. Let me find my phone so I can call the sheriff. You feel a buzz in your pocket. Oh. 6 missed calls from Tabitha. What do we got? Missed call. Where the hell did you go? Missed call, missed call. Where are you? Missed calls, okay. And 13 text messages. Oh. Oh, Tabitha's been blowing up my phone. I guess she must be worried about you. But first things first, let me call the police. Stella pulls out her phone and dials. Hello, Earl? It's Stella Richmond. I'm up the mountain on Esgina Trail? Duke is dead, Earl. Shotgun, it happened right in front of us. There's something in the woods. Okay. Okay, yeah. I think we're okay, but hurry. Jesus, Earl, who's gonna tell Bo? Well, I guess now we wait. Takes a little while, but eventually a patrol car arrives at the scene. Out of it walk 2 officers. Sheriff Hugby, a friendly older officer, and Deputy Franklin, a serious man wearing sunglasses despite it being the middle of the night. See, right there, a thing jumps out of the woods, and then the shotgun goes off. What in Sam Hill? Is that some kind of Pillsbury doughboy? Could have been a naked maniac. Oh no, there's more than one. They chased us through the woods. Whatever they aren't human. And they killed Duke. Uh-huh. Now we're gonna have to confiscate this camera, Miss Richmond, if you don't mind. This is evidence. But okay. Let me just turn it off to save the battery. Here you go, Deputy Franklin. I'm pretty sure you're compliant with the law. We'll get a team out in the morning to retrieve the body, but for now, Sheriff Hugby and I... Please, call me Earl. Earl and I will escort you in. Where are you exactly? That's Lucy. She came into town for the funeral. Lucy, as in... Tabitha's cousin, yeah. Damn, didn't know you'd actually show. I'll escort you both back to town. If there's a naked maniac on loose, it's best you don't walk on your own. Wasn't it... Never mind. Why are you going out there tonight? There's a dead body in the woods. Those things could attack someone else there. Well, it ain't exactly like old Duke is going anywhere at this point. He'll still be out there in the morning. That's crazy. We only have a skeleton crew at the moment. Monday nights are Deputy Derrickson's bowling nights. I'll be on alert for any more reports of naked maniacs, but retrieving Duke will just have to wait. Now, if you'll kindly step into the vehicle, we can return you safely to your home. If you have to ride back with you, we can just walk. Those creatures left, we'll be fine. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to insist, for your own safety. Stella sighs. Okay. Thank you. You're right up front with me, little lady. That is, if your mama permits. What about Stella? She hates being those wheel contraptions. Sure, Earl, you can hold Gretchen on the way back to town. Interesting, she doesn't like cars. Oh, the cops usher you and Stella back into the squad car. You're just the cutest little thing, Miss Gretchen. Yes, you are. Sheriff Hugsby pats Gretchen on the head affectionately, but she remains wholly focused on Stella, a worried look stretched across her little pug face as Hugby scratches behind her ears. Stella stares out the window, oddly quiet. Oh, my poor Stella. Neither of us much likes these awful metal beasts. If only I was able to comfort her, confound this old man who reeks of coffee for keeping us apart. You good? She doesn't respond. Guess we just saw a man die. I don't know what to say either. Looks to me like she just got a bout of car sickness. Must be why thought walking home sounded like such a good idea. That's whatever y'all saw out in them woods wasn't as bad as an upset tummy. I'm sure she'll be right as rain once we get back to back down the hill. So she'd best try not to hurl in the meantime. We wouldn't want Franklin here to have to work late cleaning the squad car. We're only a few minutes away now. Y'all better keep it together until then. Soon the rumble of gravel beneath the tires gives way to an uneven pavement. The car comes to a stop in front of a small cottage. You do stay out of trouble. We'll have this all sorted out in the morning. Just get a good night's sleep. And you, whatever your name was? Fox Mulder, IP Freely. Lucy? Sure, you're in town for the funeral. Good. Don't you go leaving before then. I imagine we'll need to ask you a few questions about everything you've seen tonight. So keep an eye on her for us. Make sure she doesn't get into any more trouble. Y'all have a good night now. Bye-bye, Gretchy. Y'all have a lovely evening. If any bugaboos give you trouble, you know how to get in touch. What a efficient policing system you have here. And here you are, back in town, away from the woods, with no one but Stella in sight. Holy shit. Hope you don't mind me asking, but why on earth did you want to walk home? That's a fair question. I just had some bad experiences with cars. I don't know how to drive them, and I don't like getting into them unless it's literally a question of life or death. Which I guess tonight was. Sorry if I weirded you out. God, what a night. Sounded a little blasé about everything. Can't believe they're waiting till morning to even start looking for him. Who knows what those things are doing to his body right now? I believe that they are well-intentioned, if in over their heads. What's worse is I think they've implied that you're a suspect, even after we showed them all that footage. Well, the truth will get out. Even if they don't believe that footage, those things are out there in the woods, and something's telling me they're not going away. Yeah, no kidding. But it's okay, I'm not going to let anything bad happen to you. Nor will I, though I have a little understanding of police work. I was there. I filmed the whole thing. At the very least, it'll never hold up in court. And it won't get to that point either, because we're gonna do a little investigating of our own. We've got to find out more about those things. If we can get clearer footage, or better yet, trap one of them, there's no way they can blame me for what happened. The library doesn't open for a while, but I've read every book on cryptids they have and never came across anything like this. There is someone in town who might have some useful information. My friend's mom. Her place isn't far. We should head over now before it gets any later. Should check in on Tabitha. My friend's place is on the way back, and stopping by wouldn't take long. Are you sure you don't want to stop in first? I know I wouldn't want to head up that mountain road by myself after everything that's happened tonight. Sigh in resignation. Heh, it'll be worth it. Let's go. I'm glad you're sticking it out with us. It's always so nice to have an extra companion. I hope she's still awake. There's something foul creeping up behind us. Oh, it knows my name. Jesus. Oh no. Oh, Duke is infected. You and Stella turn to see a shadowy figure staring at you from across the road. You didn't hear it approach. Welcome home. You're finally where you're meant to be. Before you can respond, the door behind you swings open. An older woman stands in the entryway. Go home, Wayne. I can't help you tonight. You look back and the figure is already gone, disappeared into the shadows of the night. I'm sorry about that, Stella. Some people just can't be helped. What brings you out here so late? And who is this? Hi, Mrs. Forsyth. Forsyth? Forsyth. This is Lucy. Is it okay if we come in? Yeah, Mrs. Forsyth. Briefly lock eyes. She's impenetrable, and you feel small and almost naked in her presence. There's something about her that's far beyond you, but you feel no threat, no malice. And then the moment passes, and you see only the woman before you. Of course, you're in luck. I just put on water for hibiscus tea. For goodness sake, you can call me Sybil. You're an adult now, after all. Tea is life. Welcome to my little nook. This place always has the loveliest aromas. It's nice to finally meet you. I was sorry to hear about your mother. Vivian was such a lovely soul, and she's been sorely missed here in the Holly. And now poor Pearl Ann is gone as well. Do let me know if there's anything you need while you're in town. Who was that outside? It's a very sick man. You don't need to be worried about him. You knew my mom? Of course, dear. She was a good friend of mine for many years. She was such a lovely woman. You should come by sometime. I can delight you with unsavory tales of her youth. How did you know she died? Oh, Pearl Ann was a chatty woman. Not much went on that I won't get an earful of, bless her heart. I never met Pearl Ann. You don't have to pass on your condolences to me. I have no feelings about the woman. Ah, that's fair, child, but it seemed like the right thing to do. I need your help. Ah, yes, I suppose pleasantries can wait for another time. This guy who here so late, you seem troubled. You know about weird stuff, right? Unexplainable stuff? Go on. Duke was killed tonight by something in the woods. Oh, my lord. Have you contacted the police? Yes, and they didn't take it very seriously. They're not even looking for the body until tomorrow. Those things out there, I don't even know how to describe them. Here, I can show you. Stella pulls out a memory card from her sleeve and pops it in her phone. I wasn't about to just let the police hold on to this. At least not before we had a chance to make a copy. Nice. Smooth. Cops wouldn't know what to do with that footage anyway. Imagine if they accidentally erased it. Exactly. I'll give them if they ask again. But for now, we can examine the footage for ourselves. Where was this? Up the mountain to the northwest. Within the town limits? Yes. Let's see. Is there a way to make a video bigger and louder if you can? I need to plug the memory card into a computer. I could go back and get mine. No need. Kanika should still be awake. She can lend us hers. Kanika? Oh, Kanika? Are we seeing Kanika? Better come with us, Stella. I'm sure she'll be more willing to help a friend than her nosy mother. Tea's ready. Kanika, come on out. We could use a little help. What, Mom? Oh, hey, Stella. And Gretchen, who's a good potato? Kanika, is it me? Am I the good potato? I most certainly hope I am. And a stranger. What are you doing in my house? Hi. I was helping Stella with a video and something terrible happened. This is Lucy, Tabitha's cousin, and she's right. It's serious, Kanika. Duke's dead. We caught it on camera. Jesus Christ. Sweetie, we were wondering if we could borrow your laptop. There's more to that footage than Mr. Calloway's untimely demise. Okay. My room's a mess. I'll just bring it out there. Oh no. Silence washes over the room as the video plays. Stella, what the hell is this? It's far beyond my ability to contribute, only the thinking to you humans. Sorry, either of you had to see this, but Lucy and I have no idea how to make heads or tails of it. Stella, are you okay? I'm fine. Really, I'm okay. Poor Duke. Poor Beau. Has anyone told him yet? You talked to the police. I hope they told Beau, but Earl and Deputy Franklin didn't seem to be in much of a hurry to do anything. I'll call him later tonight. I keep hitting the wrong button. But for now, we have something far more serious to discuss. What happened in the woods? We weren't supposed to see any of that. You're not wrong. My grandmother used to talk about pale creatures called ditchlings. She always said they were a terrible omen, a sign of suffering to come. Mom, come on. Whatever's doing this is serious. Stop scaring Stella and Lucy with this telltale crap. Kanika, sweetie, let your mother talk. She's always said they never hurt people, despite what Grizzly's seen in the woods. Duke is dead. Then if these are ditchlings, his death was an accident. Or my grandmother was wrong, and she was very rarely wrong. Just as birds flock before a storm, the ditchlings congregate to where tragedy is soon to fall. Jesus, Mom, haven't they already been through enough? It's okay, Kanika, this is helpful. I don't know if it is. Okay, let's just focus on what we know. Whatever they are, they're doing something to see these animals. We saw a chicken in our video. What was that growth? Felt like an infected animal I saw tonight. We're going through some sort of religious experience. I really want to say this to help progress it, but then it's like, you talk to animals? All the infected animals like that felt like they were going insane. Not gonna lie, if I had something like that growing in me, I'd probably lose it too. Oh, hello? What? Hi. What is happening? Hold on. I think my phone's freaking out because I'm sitting just ever so slightly too far away. Freak out mode? Yeah, apparently. Hopefully this will be a little better and less freak out. I wonder if we were seeing some sort of parasitic larval stage, like they're really big dewy wasps or something. Honestly, that would be worse than them being supernatural. Oh dear, I'd forgotten entirely about the tea I put on. I'm gonna fix you up a couple of cups. It'll help soothe your nerves. I don't know, it's getting late and I should let Lucy get some rest. I ran her ragged today with all the hiking and running through the woods in terror. Thank God. I can stay up, this is important. Okay, maybe it's that I'm eager to get home and start doing some research. I'll ask around on my usual forums to see if anyone has information on ditchlings? Is that what you called them? That's right. You go home now and do try to get some rest. Don't stay up all night on the online. Let me get you some house-made peppermint tea to go. It really does wonders to soothe the soul. Bye, Stella. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Call me if you need to talk. Thanks, Kanika. I'll see ya. Bye, Lucy. It's excellent iced or warm, though with the nights getting chillier, warm will probably be best. Helps wake up the bones. Uh-oh. Careful out there, both of you. Sybil turns and closes the door behind her. What an unfortunately short visit. Alrighty. Let's call it a night. Mind walking me home? Oh, this is me. Are you good finding your way back? Are you sure I can't stay here? I don't like the thought of having to go up that mountain road on my own tonight. Sorry, Lucy. I think I just need some time alone tonight. I'm sorry. We'll talk again tomorrow, alright? I'll see you around. Yeah, not like I have much of a choice. I guess not. We're in this together now. Stay safe, buddy. Good luck, Lucy. We began the long hike back of the Scarlet Estate alone. Almost home. Your salvation in sight, you make a mad dash to the door. Oh, thank God you're back. Where the hell have you been? I saw horrible things tonight. Got suckered into something. It was weird. A girl in town. We hit it off. We went on this night hike to find cryptids. Ah, so you met Stella then. Ugh. That explains everything. She's gotten you all worked up. I'm going to bed. I'll see you tomorrow. Can you tuck me in? Wait, you don't want to hang out? I'm still all hyped up on adrenaline from tonight. I would love to just hang out for a while to cool down a bit. No, I'm not going to hang out with you. It's late. I'm tired. I'm going to bed. Don't do anything stupid while I'm asleep. Just go to your room and sleep. Man, fuck you. You sent me 13 messages, you called me 6 times, and yet you just brushed me off like nothing happened. Tabitha's kind of a bitch. You're alone in the estate. Sound of the wind whistling through the house gives you an uneasy feeling in your gut. It's probably best to turn in and try to leave the night behind you. Oh, I can't say goodnight to Dustin? Oh. You thoughtlessly stumble into your room, and before you even fully realize you're there, you've already collapsed onto the mattress, exhausted. From the relative safety of this uncomfortable bed, the events of the past evening seem like something that happened to someone else. Though you can still clearly picture the terror you felt in those moments. For now, you're safe, and you're warm. Eventually the sun will rise and chase away the monsters and make them seem like nothing but bad dreams. Maybe tomorrow, if you're lucky, you'll wake up in the normal world and have a boring week in the mountains with your sour-faced cousin. It's a nice thought, but deep down, you can't help but worry things will only get worse. I'm terrified that we're gonna wake up and the doll from the closet is going to be outside the closet. Oh. Oh. Oh, this art is really gorgeous. I'm loving this. Oh. Who's that? Who's crying? Oh, there's a definite blood stain on that carpet there. Sheeps. Or llamas, maybe? Alpacas. Llamas. Oh. Something in that little cave over there. Cool. They dropped the name! That was a really gorgeous cinematic, though. Oh. Finish episode 1. Thank you so much for playing. This is the end of episode 1 in Scarlet Hollows free demo. If you'd like to continue the story, your saves will automatically carry over into the full game. That was the demo. And obviously we could have made different choices where we maybe could have met other people and I don't know. There could have been other outcomes. That was sick. That was really, really good. I would actually really want to get the game now, because I know there's a lot of different endings. I am really looking forward to this. If you'd like to continue with the world state in episode 2, please save your game now. Okay. Join the Discord, join our mailing list, join the subreddit. Main menu. Wow, that was really good, yeah. Black Tabby Games. Yeah, I might also need to pick this. Oh wow. All the alpha testers from Tatron. I hang out with cats at parties. I feel that. Markiplier. Manly Badass Hero. Hell yeah. Some names I recognize. This was really solid. This was really, really good. Manly does do some cool stuff. I've seen a few of his videos back in the day. I know he does a lot of the like horror games also. I watched a lot of him. You know those like RPG Maker games like Mad Father, Ebe, uh, Witch's House. I've seen him play through a lot of those, and he has a really, really compelling voice. So I've definitely seen some of his videos. Everyone knows Markiplier at this point, I feel like, and that's not surprising. But yeah, wow, this was really compelling even for a demo that was a couple hours long. That was crazy. That was really good. You know what? Right now, immediately, if it wasn't already wishlisted on my Steam, it is going to be very shortly. Wishlist. I would really want to come back at some point to actually play this game. Okay. I thought the art style looked kind of familiar. They also made Slay the Princess, which I'm also interested in playing as well. I thought the style was similar to sort of like sketchy, comic-y sort of style. This one has a slight more realism to it. It did seem really familiar, and I was gonna say it earlier, and I didn't want to mention it yet. Okay, but it looks like this is in chapters for the game, or episodes rather, episodic. It looks like they are up to 4? Question mark? It looks like they've gotten up to episode 4. I don't know if that's like a definitive end, or if maybe there's more, and it gets updated periodically. I want to say maybe not, because looking on their page, it hasn't been updated since 2022, so I would want to say probably not. But I would be fascinated to know what more lies in store. Yeah, wow, I'm like blown away. That is crazy. I'm almost curious to see if I can find friends that can also voice with me while playing this game. I find it really fun and entertaining. With when Kai and I played Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, the OG, the first one. We had a group of friends, and we would pick characters and we would voice some of them, and it was really fun, and I feel like this would be really fun to do that with. So perhaps I get a group of friends to maybe voice some parts. Maybe. We'll see. But this is definitely on my wish list. This is compelling. The story writing was great. The art is fantastic. I really appreciate the options that you have character-wise, where you can kind of manipulate the story a little bit based on traits that you have. Such as the mystic, the sort of like not necessarily gut feeling, but sort of like this almost otherworldly knowledge of like, oh, there's something wrong, there's something bad. Talking with animals is really cute. I do like the little quips and things that that they had in there, with Frou Frou being quite cold. The little bugs on the toilet, as gross as that was, the "Scram, boys" was kind of funny. Gretchen being a very sweet, cute older pug. I'm sure that there's like pros and cons to all of the traits as well. Maybe if you got the strength trait, maybe you're a little more fearsome. Maybe maybe you'd be a little bit more of a loner in that sense. Maybe you're just like a little intimidating. People don't want to necessarily approach you. Maybe with the hot pepper one, maybe a lot more people would approach you. Who knows? I'm just pondering, thinking. Um, hmm. I'm not sure. what to do now. Granted, this was a longer demo. This was a 2-hour demo, and that was just like going through one shot, one play of. Because, like, we could always go back and we choose different options, we choose different traits. See where that takes us and where that goes. But I think not. Mayhaps this could just be a shorter stream. But I do really like the music. I'm also looking at the Steam page of the what are they calling this? Scream? Yeah, Scream 4, Steam Scream 4. What little things are here. Cute. Different little stickers and whatever things. Anyway, yeah, I don't have anything else lined up, unfortunately. There are many games. Blasphemous? Okay. I wouldn't consider Blasphemous a horror game, but I could see why it would be in there, I suppose. It's a little on the gory end. Well, unfortunately, that's all for me. So we shall quit. I'm greatly looking forward to this later. 2.5 hours, not bad, not bad. Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for hanging out. Throw a bit of music on here so it's not so dead quiet. Let's see. Who shall we go and raid? I have a few friends online. Let's go say hi to Narrow Necks. We haven't seen them in a bit, and they're playing Gotham Knights. They raided me a while back as well, so let's return the favor. Go say hi. And I did it again. I forgot to open mix it up. So my raid messages didn't show. Whoopsie. I swear that I clicked on it, but I apparently didn't. I was setting up things 2.5 hours ago. Go ahead, copy one of those. Go say hi to Narrow. They're very, very nice. A little bit on the chaotic side, but friendly well enough. We will be back on Wednesday. Let's see. What's our last few things? Funeralopolis. Last days. So we'll be back with Funeralopolis on Wednesday. And then Friday we will have our story time. So I hope to see you all then. Stay safe, stay hydrated, have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye!